Adam, second week in a row you've kicked near 20 goals. You must be pretty happy with the scoring, haven't you?
Yeah, I look, very happy. It's come from winning the contest though, so the ball movement's sort of been a bit of a focus of ours throughout the year, but what overrides that is how we get it. So I'm not even sure how the contested ball looked in the end, but it felt like we won the contest that mattered, albeit the second quarter I thought we got worked over a little bit.
It seems as though the players have been told to play more adventurous footy. They seem to be attacking, not only winning the contest but attacking more. Has that been a direct message from yourself?
It's been a bit of a process throughout the year at finding the balance with your ball movement, because sometimes if you've got extra numbers you want to use them, sometimes you want to go quick, sometimes you're not feeling great, injuries, all those sort of things, but it feels like we're getting better at finding the balance of what the game's telling us, and that's my job, is to try and educate them on when it is time to go quick and more adventurous, or no, we need to use an extra number around here. So that's part of what we're trying to teach.
Were you surprised at how much space the guys were allowed in the corridor today?
Oh, look, it's never as good as it looks, and it's never as bad as it looks. So we just took what they gave us, and I thought we used the ball well and put pressure on the game. And then we lost momentum in the second quarter. You know, they got a few players out the back, and spread really well on us. I was really worried at half time. I thought we lost Ellis in that second quarter, and Brown got a bit of a corky, and we looked tired. So we challenged the players, and they responded. The first 10 minutes of the third quarter, they blew it away.
What was your message specifically at half time?
Oh, we wanted to hunt today. Yeah, so it was to continue that theme. So nothing. It's not too complicated, but it just felt like we were a little bit tired, but. And they were running on top of the ground. So obviously we had a taller side. So, and then we lost Ellis.
Can you give us an update on Xavier's injury?
Yeah, I think it's an AC, so it's a couple of weeks minimum.
And Mark came out with a calf issue?
Had a sore calf on Thursday, and we gave him to the last minute, but no, he won't be available. He wasn't available today, and he might not be available next week. Touch and go.
Were you worried about how tall you went in, and does this result give you confidence to go that tall in again?
I was worried about going in too tall. Nick was sore, and that was a touch and go whether we, throw him in there. There's a bit on the line this week in terms of the result of the game, or do we manage him and what's best for his body? So we tried to find the balance, and the 3 talls in the end gave him a little bit of flexibility to get a bit of rest, but it was a bit of a risk.
Adam, a couple of weeks ago on the Friday night, we all sat in here and conceded, and I think all agreed your season was over. Is this final scenario suddenly feel a lot more real?
We're just going to keep winning. Every week is our potential last week of being available for finals. So 6-day break, Essendon on the rebound over there. So that's the next challenge for us.
So with the ladder as it is, are there any of your midfielders who are out who you can speed up their rehab a little bit with it?
We've got players going out and not many coming in at the moment. We're getting pretty light on for numbers. So and that's what made today pretty pleasing. That it wasn't ideal, some of our matchups and personnel, but we found a way. So no, there's not too many coming back.
So they're definitely seasoned, Joe and Selwood. They can't.
Selwood's pushing hard, really hard to play. Yeah, so he's running really well, but he won't be playing next week.
There's probably a lot of fans a bit confused out there that would have looked at the injury list and seen the team's performances up until a fortnight ago, and all of a sudden the past 2 weeks it's almost been the best 2 of the year. Can you yourself put your finger on why such a drastic turnaround without a host of your best players?
Like I said before, it's not too complicated. We just train the fundamentals, and we've been doing that for probably 15 weeks, just really hard on the basic aspects of our game. Maybe the pressure valve got released a little bit a few weeks ago, thinking that maybe the season was over, and they've released the shackles a little bit.
Yeah. How do you keep that kind of mindset going now that we're probably going to start talking about finals again?
Well, this is the test for our group now, is to see how much of this is real and how much is going into the game. I'm sure the players had, was last week a one-off? Is it a sign of things to come, or is it something we can do consistently? So we'll have a good crack at doing the same thing next week.
Yeah.
So you want them to prove this is the sort of footy you can play every week, not just a couple of games a year?
Oh, that's every coach's goal, is to play your best footy every week. And there's been patches in the last 2 weeks, but you'd think we're pretty close to our our best football in the last couple of weeks is really pleasing. This time last year, I think the season just drifted away a little bit. So it's good to see they've stood up and met the challenge in the last few weeks.
Adam, did you make a distinct decision a couple of weeks ago to roll the dice more with your ball movement, or have these games just looked like that, sort of going through the corridor and going quicker? And
A bit of both. Yeah, we've encouraged being brave and used the ball. I think McGovern going down backs helped the situation, and Bennell coming back in the side, and some good ball users has helped that. But it's been something we've been working on since I first got here. I think you guys would have heard me say it day one. So it just hasn't really reflected on field. So, but like I said, I can't stress enough, the biggest thing we've done well in the last few weeks is win our own ball.
Just touching back on Ellis, you look really, really sore in that shoulder. Does it look like it's more likely on the more serious side of things?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. No, I haven't spoken to the docs, but on the walking here, Stocksy told me it's minimum 2.
Yeah.
was he knocked out as well, or is he all clear on that?
I think he got a hit in the head as well. It was pretty brave what he did, but it's footy.
Touch on the back six there. Eric did a tremendous job on Clyde, but the whole setup looked like it was in really good working order today.
Yeah, it's something that your defenders are normally the most switched on, footy smart type of players, and we're educating them on stuff they've learned over the years and what I want to introduce, and I think they're starting to work it out and pick the trends of the game and what's needed at the right time. It's too hard to do it from the box, so the more leaders we can have down there and understand what to do and when, the more comfortable it'll seem. And our midfield pressure has increased. But Mackenzie, he's every week he just gets it done, so can't campaign hard enough for All-Australian for him.
Sam Butler's past month, has he impressed you or gone above what you expected?
He has impressed me, but it's probably what people have been saying, what he can deliver. His body's been an issue for many years. But what he has done is he provides a bit of maturity, and what I spoke about before about making the right decisions at the right time. So he'd be pleased with his game today, and he was good. He was good for us.
So you see him as a valuable asset heading forward, particularly given some of the retirements you've had?
Yeah, we're still a young group. I said this before as well, that once Cox and Glass move on, the list is going to be pretty young. So having that maturity, along with Hearn and Mackenzie and these guys, and Ellis, it's critical.
Last set, a good game from him today sort of further showed his potential.
Yeah, he kicked 4 goals. We take that any day of the week, considering he's been playing predominantly ruck when he's in the side, and someone mentioned we haven't won a game with Lycett, Cox and Nat Nui in the side together, so glad we got that one over the line.
Britis, just a word on form.
42 possessions, 12 clearances, 7 hardball gets. It's just a jet.
And he managed the 6-day break. Did he do anything different this week?
Oh, we're really light. Yeah, we're back. We're now at the stage where we've got not many coming back in and 1 or 2 going out most weeks. So we're maintenance. We're a bit sore, but there's plenty of energy there. So they're really keen to get on with it and recover well and move on.
So did you say that the car was okay for next week? Is he looking?
Don't know. Yeah, he's still feeling it today.
Yeah.
So and when we tested it out, it was still there. So I was hoping it had gone away by now.
Will he need a scan?
Oh, he's already had one. But
Okay.
probably they get scans every day at the moment. So yeah, no doubt he'll get another one at some stage.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks, mate.